The idea the voter should know, which is absolutely, and may not say give the bond number, we'll give the bond numbers. The voter knowing is one thing, but this as fodder for the next 10 years to have PILs saying investigate so and so, investigate so and so. That is, I don't think, the purpose of your Lordship's judgment. That was not what it was meant for. And your Lordship will see whatever safeguards need to be put in place.
Now, my lord, I have something to share, and I have been watching this very painfully, my lord, outside the court. My lord, your lordships sit in kind of a silos. Your lordships are, my lord, in an ivory tower, not, my lord, in a negative sense of the term, but what we know here, my lord, your lordships never come to know. The way in which your lordship's judgment is playing out, my lord, something your lordships must, my lord, be informed as highest court of the country. But what has happened? My lord, our case was that we want to curb the black money. A criminal may have paid the donation, but ultimately the donation comes in the white economy and we could not persuade your lordships. Lord, your lordships passed a judgment. Lord, every one of us understood the judgment and the directions in a particular way, that what your lordship wants is not, my lord, kind of a witch hunting. Earlier, my lord, our case was that witch hunting would be by the political parties. If A party is given, B party in some other state might victimize the donor. Now, my lord, the witch hunting has started, my lord, at some other level, my lord, not at the governmental level. The application comes of the SBI before your lordships on 11th of this month, my lord, and your lordships also, my lord, that's how, my lord, we understood, clarified the position. But most serious things, my lord, start happening thereafter. Lord, those before the court started giving press interviews, deliberately embarrassing the courts, my lord, and there is, Lord, a non-level playing field. My lord, on this side, nobody can rebut that. Neither government can do, nor state bank can do, nobody else can do. Thereafter, my lord, a series, a barrage of social media posts, my lord, at least intended to cause embarrassment, started during these 2 days. And thereafter, my lord, now it's anybody's field. It's an open field. My lord, statistics, your lordships are aware, can be twisted in any manner the person wants. It's a matter of, my lord, intelligence of the reader to understand. Now, my lord, based upon the twisted and other statistics, my lord, any kind of my lord, posts are being made. I know, my lord, your lordships cannot control that. But the question is, would your lordships, my lord, consider issuing a direction which has a necessary and inevitable fallout, which the court would not be able to control? Lord, that saying Mr. Rodgi gave this money to this, then they have their own conclusion.
Mr. Solicitor, we are only concerned about enforcing the directions which we issued in clauses B and C of para 221.
That's
as judges, we decide according to the Constitution.
correct, my lord.
We are governed by the rule of law. We are also the subject matter of comment in the social media and the press. But surely, as an institution, our shoulders are broad enough.
No, I'm saying, I'm not.
Our court has an institutional role to play in a polity which is governed by the Constitution and the rule of law. That's the only job.
Lord, my purpose is to inform your lordships that there is something else playing out which neither your lordships intended nor the scheme intended. And, my lord, kindly bear that fact in mind. On 11th of March, my lord, we thought that we are ad idem, that this information would help the voter to take a call whether to vote in favor of a particular party or not. My lord, thereafter this started in a very systemic.
Already order.
It's really painful, my lord, when the people before the court start, my lord, a media campaign to embarrass the judges.
Thank you for saying that you don't associate with the mentioning. Thank you for saying that you don't associate.
Because there is no level playing field. I can't hold a press conference.
And, I was only saying that your lordship's interim order of April 2019 asked the political parties to disclose the name of the donor. The information given by the political parties to the Election Commission, only a few of the political parties, the smaller regional political parties, some of them have disclosed.
He is not addressing your lordships, he is addressing somewhere else. Kindly hear him for some time.
Correct?
So that it comes, my lord, in the newspaper tomorrow, that Mr. Prashant Bhushan
Amazing.
vehemently said this.
Amazing.
That's the purpose.
Pointing out
Unfortunately,
something-
public interest litigation have now become publicity interest litigation.
It is
Absolutely.
publicity interest litigation.
I
It
am
is, my lord,
pointing
there
out
are some hidden agendas.
something.
There is no doubt, my lord, and I am not, my lord, apologetic in saying.
I'm astonished.
And that is the matter of greatest concern, because judgments given, my lord, for high constitutional principles then are used for purposes other than what they are delivered. Unfortunately,
Lordships, in your lordship's majesty,
So what
would
I
not
was
know,
pointing
my
out-
lord, what are the hidden agendas
Let
behind
me
it.
just dictate a short order. I
I
think,
just
we
point
are
out that
unnecessarily expanding upon
because-
the remit.
Because the major political parties have not disclosed the donor.
Just give us 2 minutes to dictate the order.
Therefore, what all that I am requesting is that the disclosure of the details of the bonds should actually start from the beginning of the issue of the bonds, not just from the interim order, because this is leading to a situation.
1 second, we got the point. You filed an application on that. In our order.
They have filed an
Just, Mr. Ansari, just 1 moment. Do it in a very cool and calm atmosphere. It's a constitutional adjudication.
Yes.
Why should we, in our interim order, we said that the disclosure shall be made with effect from the date of the interim order.
Yes.
12th of April 2019.
Yes.
Right or wrong, we have taken a conscious decision that the cutoff will be the date of our interim order. And we also explain why we took that date. We said after that date, of course, the Constitution Bench has an option to go all the way back from the date of the bond or from the date of the judgment, some place via media in between. We took 12th of April 2019 because it was our considered view of all of us five that once that interim order was pronounced, everybody was on notice, what we told Mr. Rodgi. Now we have maintained that if you want that to go back to 2018, that's in the nature of a review of the judgment.
the only reason
Not
why
now.
I'm
We
saying
can't
that-
modify that date.
No, the only reason, because your lordship asked the political parties to give donor details to the election commission prior to that interim order. And while some of the political parties have given donor details, other political parties have not given donor details. The major political parties have not given donor details. And one political party, which is in power in one of the states, says, if somebody came and left it under our door, 10 crores of electoral bonds was left under our door, we don't know who it was. So therefore I am saying that because this is leading to a situation, though your lordship asked the political parties to disclose donor details by that interim order, only some political
Mr.
parties.
Bhushan, we have understood that argument, but what we are directing was the numbers are given, it will sort out a lot of problems, a lot of your issues will get
But for that period of 2018 till
solved. That will,
April
we are not sitting in a review.
we have taken a conscious decision.
we are faced with a situation where the
Mr. Bhushan, this will really be a substantive modification of the judgment. We can't do it like this in a miscellaneous application.
no.
And
In the light of the disclosure which has come to light of the political parties, that's why I'm saying.
it was not a
If the
classical
political
decision,
parties
it was
had disclosed the donor details, this would not be required.
draw the line somewhere, we had to hold the balance. We've held the balance ultimately.
As your
at
lordship
2-12.
pleases, but I just.
Can I just add one sentence? I'm just pointing out what details can be there. First is serial number, second is the date, the third would be alphanumerical number, fourth column would be name of the donor, fifth column would be the name of a political party, and sixth column would be the amount. Well, this will cover all the details, not in my respectful submission.
my lord, this is now asking us to sit down and collate one
This
with
is
the
a
other.
submission made to the court, just like Mr. Salve made a submission to the court. Very well, I'm making a submission to the court, Mr. Salve, asking us to do whatever. Look,
Please permit my lord the chief justice to dictate the order now at least.
Secondly, my lord, the lordship said, lordship has seen that IA, my lord, I filed that IA. For a preview, if a lordship have taken a conscious decision on that aspect of the matter, my lord, lordship may say, my lord, because the order said, my lord, the voters are entitled to know as a right of information. If a lordship have taken a conscious decision on that matter, my lord, it will be from 12th of April only, because we said, my lord, it should be, my lord, otherwise logically, once the right to know, my lord, is inbuilt in the system, in right to know of the voter. Very well, I'll leave it at that.
And there is a specific direction with effect from 12th April.
Then your lordship said, my lord, I have not pressed the application.
So Bhushan, there will be no end to it.
What is the IA number, Mr. Ansari? Just 1 second, Mr. Bhushan. IA number which you are not pressing is IA number?
Diary number 12580-2024, which is MA number, MA diary number.
So that you're not working.
Yes, my lord.
Just
Just
one,
say, MA,
by way of
diary number
information on
580/2024, Mr. Vijay Hansaria, learned senior counsel appearing on behalf of the applicant, states after some submissions at the bar that the miscellaneous application is not pressed.
In view of
one
Lord,
thing.
whatever proceedings have gone to the court, in view of the proceedings before
Whatever in view of whatever.
Lord, if your lords, you can say that. my lord.
Oh,
Otherwise,
in view of what? In view, we'll say, in view of the specific directions contained in paragraph 200, in paragraph 219, bracket B and C of the judgment of this court dated 15 February 2024.
just one fact by way of information.
Enough of assistance by this public spirited person, my lord.
The details-
Your lordships doesn't need any further assistance.
The details of the number of bonds shown by the, in the data. which
He is
has been
gathering the
submitted.
details for a future PIL, my lord, so
The
that
number of bonds-
remains in,
the
he remains
number of-
relevant.
Now please permit the, my lord, the chief justice to declare the order.
Heard everybody, Mr.
I was just pointing out that there is a huge mismatch between the number of bonds purchased and the number of bonds encashed in the data submitted by the State Bank to the Election Commission. They are showing 18,871 bonds purchased, but showing 20,421 bonds redeemed. The total amount of bonds purchased is 12,155 crores and the amount redeemed is 12,769 crores, that is 550 crores more than what were purchased. Now the explanation for this could be because the data is from 12th April. At that time, the bond purchase was going on. On 12th April 2019, it was going on. What is possible is that some of these bonds were purchased prior to 12th April 2019, but redeemed after 12th April 2019, and that is why there is a mismatch. But I just wanted to point out there is a very large mismatch.
There is no, my lord, these figures are not authentic. I have given the authentic.
18,000 versus
Roughly
22,000.
Sponsored NGOs are, my lord, fudging the figures and bringing their own, my lord, your lordships are aware, there is a beautiful, my lord, quotation by Einstein, that some people use statistics like a drunken man uses lamp posts more for support than for illumination.
I'm just showing the number. I'm saying that 18,000.
And this is what happens
Okay,
when
we'll now
it,
leave it at that. I will.
My lord, those numbers are not right, since, my lord, because all this is going to play out, the numbers are not right. The corrected numbers were not given in our application.